While preparing to die may be central to the Souls experience, there's another facet which remains vital to its popularity: the wishful thinking and eccentric theories of its fandom.
What a wonderful feeling that must be.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Dark Souls fan theories.
Your wings will burn in anguish.
For more gaming videos, check out our new spin-off channel, Mojo Plays, for in-depth reviews, thoughtful video essays, detailed character origins, and insightful commentary. Mojo Plays, game smarter. For this list, we're examining the concepts and ideas put forth by longtime fans of the Dark Souls series, finding those theories which are most intriguing and perhaps best fit with the established canon. Given that we're diving deep into the plot and lore of these games in search of these theories, technically some of these are spoilers, but you know, it's Dark Souls, things are weird. Number 10, the one true god, Velka.
They came and found the souls of lords within the flame.
There's absolutely no question the presence and influence of gods is a key recurring element of Dark Souls and its sequels. Right from the outset, the games emphasize the importance of deities in their setting by listing all of the known gods of the realm. Noticeably absent from the lineup ever is a being known as Velka. Despite being feared by the giants and having representations in the form of shrines, Velka isn't recognized in the same context as other figures like Gwyn or Nito. Given her implied black sheep status, it's thought that Velka may be some entity beyond the scope of other so-called gods, perhaps even being the ruler of all of them.
But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain.
Number 9, Aldea and the Ancient Dragon. Experimentation and genetic manipulation take a grim turn in Dark Souls 2, though we hardly find that surprising, right? It's indicated over the course of the game that Aldea, brother to King Vendrick and the Scholar of the First Sin, has a penchant for toying with various species of creatures. This might explain why, upon besting it in battle, the optional Ancient Dragon boss drops a giant soul rather than the more appropriate Dragon Soul. The Ancient Dragon is found not far from Aldea's keep, making it reasonable to suspect that he may have manufactured or altered the dragon by some means. Number 8, Demon to Dark.
Slayer of demons, go back above.
Many a curious gamer has tried to find the links between the 2009 game, Demon's Souls, and its spiritual successor, Dark Souls. Their shared play mechanics and visual references certainly lend credence to the idea, especially given that From Software has remained the developer of the series. However, some fans believe that gameplay and developer are not the only things these games share. The theory goes that the canon ending of Demon's Souls is one in which the ancient creature known as, well, the Old One awakens and rules over the kingdom of Boletaria. This then eventually leads to Boletaria's fall and the formation of Lordran, the setting of Dark Souls in its place.
A brave new hero of unprecedented power.
Number 7, King Vendrick's Golems. Over the course of Dark Souls 2, a recurring plot thread deals with the actions of one King Vendrick, whose crimes against the giant race have lingering game-wide consequences. Vendrick is said to have stolen something of value from the giants, only it's never made explicit what that object might have been. Certain fans speculate that the thing stolen was actually living beings, specifically giants that were kidnapped and used in the creation of golems. Cited in this theory is the fact that the golems bear great resemblance to giants and are strewn about Vendrick's castle as guards. That's quite a cruel and twisted possibility, yet all too appropriate for these games. Number 6, the nature of Pinwheel. While on their way to meet and confront the Gravelord Nito, players have the misfortune of crossing paths with the boss Pinwheel. Beyond its usage of fire magic and its 6 oddly shaped appendages, not much is immediately apparent about this monstrous being. Pinwheel's shape and the presence of skeletons in its chamber suggests that its physical form may be that of multiple corpses merged together. Perhaps most significant of all, though, are the 3 masks worn by Pinwheel. They are named the masks of the father, mother, and child. Taken as a whole, the implication is that Pinwheel is the twisted manifestation of an undead family. Number 5, Gwyn's Firstborn.
You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there?
the shadow of King Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, looms large over many aspects of the game. This also ties into Gwyn's heirs, one of whom, the mysterious Firstborn, remains enigmatic at best. Scant little is known for certain about the Firstborn, save for details like their status as a long-vanished exile and their inheritance of lightning and sunlight magic from Gwyn.
I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son.
However, this is enough for a contingent of players to point to the knight Solaire of Astora, a warrior of sunlight, as potentially the child in question. Solaire does utilize both lightning and sunlight in combat, and his quest to find a son of his own hints at a lingering absence of purpose that forced exile might have caused.
You find that strange? Well, you should.
Number 4, Ornstein. Bosses in these games tend more often than not to stand out, to prove memorable, or engaging in some capacity. In the upper echelon of these bosses sits the duo of Dragonslayer Ornstein and Executioner Smaug, two of Gwyn's most notorious minions. Subsequent Souls games reveal that all of Gwyn's knights departed Lordran a long time ago. As Smaug was a lowly executioner, his presence makes sense. But what about Knight Ornstein? Some fans now hypothesize that the Ornstein of Dark Souls was an illusion or imposter employed by Smaug, though why this was done remains a mystery. Number 3, the Slaves of Blighttown. As if matters weren't already dour and grotesque enough, here's another layer of awful that might be at play. Among the many noteworthy locales showcased in the original Dark Souls is Blighttown, a cave-based settlement long since overrun by poisonous creatures and wandering undead. Its dark chambers and abandoned mining equipment may hide a much darker past, however, pertaining to certain items and details strewn about the town. A collectible whip, dog guards patrolling the area, the fact that the long-dead workers are stronger than guards, this all seems to point to Blighttown having made use of slave labor. If true, then the ultimate fate of Blighttown's citizens is all the more tragic. Also, screw Blighttown, I hate that place. Number 2, Ulasile Thieves. Few creatures are quite as startling or dedicated to the art of surprise as the mimics. Shaped like seemingly ordinary treasure chests, these mysterious beings close their lids, or jaws, on a given unfortunate explorer upon interaction. What's especially intriguing is how the mimics bear strange resemblance to the humanoid foes encountered in Ulasile, a location in the Artorias of the Abyss DLC. Eagle-eyed players have also taken note of the lore stating that chameleon magic originated in Ulasile, as well as the wearable symbol of avarice item being associated with shame and greed. Thus, some believe that the mimics are secretly shape-shifting thieves from Ulasile, lying in wait for inattentive travelers. Number 1, the Ruins of Lordran.
For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Legacy, loss, and the erosive nature of time. These all appear to be key themes in Dark Souls 2. Perhaps the most clear indicator of this is the choice of locale. The game is set in Drangleic, a fractured realm made up of disparate, loosely connected hubs. Little details start to crop up which suggest that Drangleic is actually not a new setting, but instead the remains of past locations in Lordran. For instance, the Cathedral of Blue greatly resembles the Anor Londo Cathedral from Dark Souls, complete with a boss heavily implied to be Ornstein. Quite a curious coincidence if we do say so ourselves. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.